Oh, hi there. My name's Nick Stevenson, and this is another shortish video that I'm making, which is just about globalization and how political models will fit into globalization and the inevitability of globalization and the digital social infrastructures that are becoming where organisation will become more automated, but not from a singular authority. Now, there's obviously around the world a lot of different political models of governance, totalitarianism, communism, democracy, capitalism, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. All of these political models, as globalization begins to accelerate through the enablement of sort of what would you say, globalized economic ecology. Um, because the dispersion of information will not be acutely isolated to individual political um, systems, they will become dispersed throughout the digitalized social infrastructure. What that means is that it will be increasingly difficult for any political um, ideological or system to operate in the manner which it currently is doing. We're seeing these changes, like I think I've mentioned in the previous video, with like what do you call it, at the Arab Springs, and the Brexit phenomena, and obviously a lot of quite extreme changes in the political sphere on a global level. Um, and we will see more and more of this as I suppose digitalization takes hold on in the world, really. So it's increasingly difficult for individual political systems to continue managing their systems in the way that they have been. They will have to make adaptations um, to to survive, really, I suppose. And these political systems will eventually become diluted into one autonomous, non-singular, authoritative system. It's just a natural, organic process of the advancement of technology. Now, it is possible that if we were to fast forward maybe 40, 45 years into the future, that we will have a globalized political structure that becomes president, or takes precedence, but does not have what would you say, authority, if that makes sense. It's a really interesting phenomenon. It's a really interesting time to be alive during the digital age, really, and just seeing the changes that's taking place. And this is just not going to happen on a political level either, but also the digital economy is having a huge impact on the gross domestic productivity of nations and work migration, because a lot of work can be done on a digital platform. And that means that the migration of work is not located simply to countries which have free movement of labour. It's completely encapsulates the entire globe. So you could have outside of those free labour agreements, you could have workers working for you. It's going to be increasingly difficult to be able to manage the taxation as well, because the taxation, if work is being done in various different countries, again, will be dispersed, and and because of the enormity of populace globally, it will be a phenomenally difficult thing to to manage recovering taxes from individuals from governments. So, that's one of the challenges. And the other challenge is the sort of economic ecology of globalization is changing as well. And businesses are starting that start on, and we've seen an emergence of this as well. Businesses that are starting on a digital platform are sourcing their products from various different countries. They're sourcing their employees from different countries, and all this doesn't have a singular base, which is really interesting. And we will see, I think, or I would anticipate a decrease in overall global productivity, and I think that the inevitability of further globalization will actually further reduce the global domestic productivity, and will accelerate the demand for more sustainable and renewable energies, and we will see a great investment in organisations becoming more resourceful with their resources, which will have a much more beneficial impact. So these are, some of the issues that globalization will raise, and during the process of transition, because singular political or system, the singular political systems will struggle to adapt or be reluctant to adapt to globalization and a singular global autonomy. And whilst those various political systems become sort of entangled into one, there will be all kinds of civil unrest, international tensions, possibly wars as well. While the political systems and thinkers of individual nations try to grapple with the rapidly changing world that they're living in. And the reason that they will do that is because they will be trying to conserve and to resist the change. However, the change is coming. So that's what will cause tensions, which will possibly sort of escalate. Hopefully not into a war, but yeah. So it is interesting, and I think the real challenge of the 21st century is actually making provisions to smooth the process of globalization and to do it in a way which has minimal impact upon civilians, because we're already seeing serious economic difficulties excuse me, and national political difficulties on a social civilian level. So I think that would be a priority going forward. How would one or how would ones make provisions to make sure that the impact of these inevitable changes have as smaller an impact as possible. So yeah, so that's another quick video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do have any questions, I'm not obviously an expert, but I'd be interested to discuss with you. So Feel free, obviously, leave a comment and or a question, and see where that takes us. All right, thanks. Bye.